in a land or in a property transaction, where does a lawyer stand and how do you actually maximize the value in that circumstance? Well, this is a typical situation. So you were wandering around these exhibitions and you found something that you like. So you found yourself a dream house, okay, to invest. So you're very excited and don't know what to do. What's next? Precisely. So you found your dream house. The next question is that, so what do I go about it? You know, where do I pay? How do I pay? Do I get financing? Will I be represented by a lawyer? What kind of lawyer am I required, you know, to represent me in these circumstances? What are the procedure? How long does it take? So all this will start to come to you, making the decision to buy a property. So naturally you're puzzled. Suddenly, you know, before you decide to buy a property, you have no such worry, and suddenly when you decide to make an investment in property, all these problems start to swarm in, and you need to make a lot of decisions. So naturally, in this thing, you need professionals, and what can your lawyer to assist you in this matter, in getting the purchase or complete the transaction of acquiring your dream house or the property investment that you desire. Now, here I can actually put down a few stages as to the whole property transactions in Malaysia. As you buy one, we have the stage one, which is the understanding of the said property. So if you buy a property, you must know the background of the property, like what is it, whether you're buying from the developers or you're buying from a sub-sale, then you probably want to do land search and all that. We'll go into that deeper. Then, next one, naturally, after you sign the option to purchase or put in the initial earnest deposit, you would have your contract negotiation. Of course, we're talking about the sub-sale situations, and there can be, if you are looking at buying from the developers, then they are standard contract. Then you need to understand what are the content of those standard contract, and obviously one very key and important part of the whole process is the execution of the SPA, i.e. the sales and purchase agreement. This is to make sure that the whole booking that you've done is legally binding on you as well as the person who sells to you. Stage 4 is about assisting you in financing arrangement methods. Like for example, you intend to get financing from financial institutions, from banks, to help you to actually acquire the property. So we can assist and advise you in that matter. And some of you who have contribution to the superannuations, i.e. the EPF, employment providence funds, and to seek for withdrawal from those funds, okay, we can also assist you in doing that. And stage 5 would be the discharge and redemption. This is the features whereby if you are selling your property and it was charged to the bank under a mortgage, this is where the lawyer can help you to perfect the discharge, i.e. how do we make sure that the purchaser's bank paid the money to your bank so that you can claim back your title and redeem it. Alright, now this is applicable if the vendor is currently charging the property to the financial institutions. And of course, very key and important, the transfer of land. Transfer of land. So this is where, because we'll go to the land office, we'll put in the forms and whatnot, and get the official ownership of the title to be transferred, to be changed to yours if you are the new purchaser. And of course, there is the ending part where you have to do apportionment and follow up. What are those? For example, in Malaysia, to register a land title, it might take a few months. What happens is that when you present and register, there is a need to follow up for the extraction of the title duly transferred in the name of the new purchaser. Then what is apportionment? We'll go into that later, but generally it means that as you take over the responsibility, as you pay up 100% of the price and you get delivery of the house, before that, everything will be the responsibility of the vendor. After that, it will be the responsibility of the purchaser. So we look at apportionment like electricity, quick rent, assessments, utility charges, service charges, etc. So many a times, investor or purchaser tend to engage a lawyer only at the stage of execution of SPA. You know why? Because naturally the process starts like that. So you go and see the house that you like, a real estate agent probably meet you there, and then you say, okay, fine, I love it, so can we proceed? I want to place a deposit. So the real estate agents will give you what we call option to purchase, you know. this option to purchase for you to sign to say that I want to buy, and then they will get the vendor, the seller to actually execute that as well. Now once you get the option to sign to purchase the thing, you will place earnest deposit with the real estate agent. So this is a very typical transaction. It's only at this point you start about thinking about lawyers. This is where you said, okay, now we need to prepare a proper sales and purchase agreement. So it's about time for us to get a lawyer. Alright? So then you get the lawyers, you will get your lawyers, the vendor will get the lawyer, the purchaser will get the lawyers, and then they will meet up and then they will start negotiating the content of the SPA. Now I'm challenging the fact that number one, is it really that we have to wait until this stage to get a lawyer to be involved? Perhaps to maximize your value of the term of engagement, you should maximize the service of lawyer by bringing them as early as possible. You know why? Now the key fact is very simple, because legal fees in Malaysia for sales and purchase transaction for real estate is regulated by the solicitor remuneration order. Means it's a scale fee, right? So you're going to pay the same for the lawyer anyway. So if you can get them early, then your value is higher. See, just imagine you can get the lawyer to help you to check the background of the property. You can do a searches first before even you buy it. Alright? Can check on the condition in the option to purchase when you sign with the real estate agent, and also the condition of release of the earnest deposit and all that. It would be very helpful to you. Okay, so think about it. So if you already have planned to invest in property, right, get a lawyer with you. Alright, let him start as early as possible and end as late as possible. Alright, maximize the value.